Hey there, it's Lydia. I wanted to give you an update on our pregnancy. I am 39 weeks and 2 days today, so I'm within a week of my estimated due date, and this may be my last pregnancy update, so I wanted to make sure to get one in this week just in case baby comes soon. So I'll talk about what I've been experiencing in the last week or two and changes that are happening and exciting stuff ahead. So thanks for watching this and staying updated with the pregnancy. I can't wait to share our new little one with you when he arrives. And until then, we're just in a waiting game. So at 39 weeks pregnant, baby is the size of a pumpkin and is about his birth weight. So probably 7 or 8 pounds at this point. 19 or 20 inches long, and we're just so excited to meet him whenever he's ready to come. At 39 weeks, you're considered full term, so baby is at a great weight and size to be born, and you have a lot lower risk of health complications when they're born full term or around their due date. So I'm thankful that he's stayed in this long and that I've had a smooth pregnancy. I'm just so grateful that everything's gone well, and at this point we're just planning for the birth and getting final preparations together, and also planning for after he's here and the newborn stage and postpartum. So a lot is going on and the timing is just up in the air. I am planning for a natural birth, we're planning for a home water birth, and so we've actually already set up a hot tub and just waiting to go into labor to fill that with some water. I know in my first pregnancy it helped so much to have warm water to help cope through contractions and to be able to go through that naturally and move around. So that's what we're planning to do this time, as long as everything goes well. Of course, we have a backup plan in place with my midwife, and I feel really good about what we've done so far to prepare. You just never know what's going to happen, and so it's good to have a backup plan, but that is my ideal situation, is to be able to do a water birth. So this week my symptoms have changed, and in the last week I have gone from having Braxton Hicks contractions, which I had through the second half of the pregnancy pretty consistently, into more of a lower cramping contractions, and contractions that will be a few minutes apart for an hour or two, and then in the last few days they've been slowing down. So they're kind of a start and stop, and what I'm seeing is that is a sign of prodromal labor, which is kind of a pre-labor. It's not really in the early labor stage yet. So I saw a picture that was helpful to describe those kind of contractions, and on one side of the spectrum was Braxton Hicks, which I've had for a while, then prodromal labor, pre-labor, and then going into early labor, active labor, transition and pushing. So we are past the Braxton Hicks stage and into a pre-labor stage, which could last anywhere from days to another week or two at this point. So it doesn't really help know when the baby's coming, but it just shows that my body's preparing to be able to go through labor, and it's just a sign to me to get ready. And so when I was having those really regular contractions for a couple hours, I was thinking, okay, are we ready? Like, is this the real thing? And then they would slow down, and I would think, okay, I need to rest. My midwife told me drink lots of water, rest, you know, get ready. And of course, don't worry about it, because stress doesn't make it any better. So I really am trying not to stress and just not guessing when he's coming, but just know that it will be soon either way. Whether it's today or tomorrow, this week or next week, it's going to be soon. So I'm feeling pretty good about whenever it's going to be, just trying to be patient and not get my hopes up too much. Like, today would be a great day to have a baby, but if not, that's okay too. So just really focusing on my mindset at the end of the pregnancy, because the weeks seem to just drag on at the end, and every day is kind of up in the air whether my plans are gonna fall through or not. I am trying to plan some things so that I can kind of dare the baby to come. I just dare labor to start because I've scheduled something. So I went to the chiropractor yesterday, and that was really helpful because actually yesterday I could barely walk. I pulled a glute muscle and could barely put pressure on my leg to walk around the house, and it was kind of miserable. So I rested, took it easy for a day, did some stretches at the chiropractor, and that really helped, and getting an adjustment always helps. So I was glad to get at least one more in before baby comes, and feeling much better today energy wise. Still having some contractions, and they've been irregular at this point. Today not enough really for me to time them, and I'm having more lower back pain, which is good because that means that when I am having contractions, they're progressing. So it's getting to be more like labor contractions, but at this point it's pre-labor. So I've been doing research as my symptoms change, just to see, you know, what things are normal, what to look for, what it means when those things happen. And so I'm learning even more with this pregnancy, even though I've gone through this before. I put out a Facebook post this morning and asked for any questions that you'd like to know about this pregnancy, and I've got several questions. So I wanted to go through, answer some questions about where we're at this point in the pregnancy, and just give you an update. And so I'll go through some of those. My friend Doug asked, do you like pickles during a pregnancy, or is that a pregnancy myth? And I do like pickles in general, and sometimes I will have different pregnancy cravings, but my mom says that it's something that pregnant women crave because of the vinegar, and maybe it's some kind of deficiency in your diet, and so that's why you have like maybe weird cravings. I haven't had any really weird cravings. I think I've mentioned a few times that like I've been craving peanut butter during this pregnancy, so like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just sound good most of the time. But pickles are fine. It's just hasn't been a pregnancy craving for me. Darlene asked, do you think you'll go into labor soon? And I do think it's going to be soon. I don't imagine myself being pregnant for another week, but it could totally happen. At this point, there's just no way of knowing. We're just waiting for contractions to get stronger and regular, more intense, then things will be getting real. My friend Katie asked, how are you sleeping? At this point in the pregnancy, at 9 months pregnant, it just gets uncomfortable. I'll be totally honest. It is hard to get in and out of bed. It's hard to move positions, and at this point I get kind of stiff, and I'm trying to sleep on my left side, which is recommended like later in the pregnancy for sure, because it helps with blood circulation, and when you have a big belly it's hard to lay on your back and be comfortable anyway. But sometimes I will switch from my left side to my right side, and then I'm able to get some rest. At this point I've been able to sleep okay the last few nights, so I'm thankful for that. Sometimes I will move positions, or it helps to put like a pillow between my knees or to prop myself up a little more. I just try to read my body, and whatever seems to be comfortable I'll just move around till I can find a good position for that. Somebody asked how the 4 of us are doing, which would be me, my husband, Adeline, and baby boy. And so at this point things are going really well. We're just taking it easy, and my husband is super supportive and helpful, and so when he's around he helps with Adeline and plays with her so I can rest. And I feel like Adeline is going to do great with this transition into a big sister role. She doesn't know exactly what she's getting into, but neither do we, having 2 kids now, so it's a learning experience for all of us, and I think she's gonna do awesome. That's really the most thing the thing I've been most, I don't know if I'd say worried about, but just like wondering about, you know, how to make that a smooth transition for her. But I think she'll step right into it, and it won't be a big deal. And that's just, you know, a new normal for all of us, and a new part of our journey as a family. So going from her being the only kid to being a big sister and having a newborn, it'll be interesting for sure and never boring. But I'm the second oldest in my family, so I'm the second child, and David's the second child, so we're all about it. We knew that we wanted more kids and that Addie wouldn't be an only child forever, so this is just an exciting time, and we are gonna figure it out as we go. So that's most of the questions. Thank you so much to everybody that sent in questions, because I want this to be helpful for anybody following along to kind of just know what the real situation is when you're pregnant. And there's so many different situations. Every story is different, every pregnancy is different, every baby is different. So I just wanted to share from our real life what's been going on. I'm currently sitting on an exercise ball, so I'm kind of bouncing, but just trying to stay comfortable at this point, drinking lots of water, getting some rest. David's mom is in town, so my mother-in-law is staying with us to help with the birth, and after the baby's born, to stay with us for a while. I'm very thankful for her help. She's awesome, and she helped a lot last time as well. So thankful to have a good birth team. I have an awesome midwife. She's been great. I had an appointment today and everything's looking good. All of my levels are in a normal range, and we were able to talk through some questions about the birth and postpartum and just kind of have a plan in place. So I feel like we're as prepared as we can be, but this week we are just taking it easy and taking it day by day. Like I said, I've planned a couple things, but I can always cancel if I go into labor. But for me, it helps to be busy, or at least have something to do, and just listen to my body and rest when I need it. So that's kind of my focus. That's where I'm at right now in my head and my mindset. I'm just ready for this baby to be here. It's gonna be awesome, but I know it'll be different. So I'm just trying to prepare for anything as far as the labor is concerned, and then afterwards just getting used to our new little guy and seeing what he's like, and can't wait to see what he looks like and to share the cuteness with you as well. So thanks so much for watching my updates and following along. Thank you for caring and for sending encouragement. It really means so much, and I appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can get the updates, so you can see our birth video when it comes out and when we announce him to the world. And leave a comment to let me know any questions that you have, and I will update you in future videos. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you're encouraged by these videos and updates. I just wanted to have a real version of what pregnancy is like and try to share that with you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Won't be long now. Bye.